Okay, guys, sorry about that. We were so rudely interrupted. The stupid mouse. Hopefully, you guys will be back. Anyway, what we have here is I taped off this area. Okay, you guys are back. Sorry about that. I've taped off this area. This is a high spot because there's a carbon fiber tube surrounding this. I'm sorry, I hit the back button and the thing went crazy. Anyway, we're going to flatten that out. So I got 180 on a block. Good evening, Alan. We're going to grind it down to the sandpaper, or down to the tape, I mean. This won't take long. Almost. Had a phone call, then I get I guess I could do landing gear tonight. Picture and sound are good. Thanks, Craig. Yeah, it'd be all right if I didn't screw up the last video. I had just called Dan to see what he thought of my wingtip weight box, how I constructed and put it in. Yes, angle ribs are stronger than the straight. Keeps it from flexing. You can leave some ribs out too. Geodesic engineering. But it has to be engineered in that way. You can't just take a straight rib. I turn the airplane upside down on the carpet with the nose and the rudder up, and then I add weight to the wing to this in this box until the wingtip just falls, and that should be a good starting point. And then it's kind of, you got to fly it. And it got it pretty good. I guess we can do wing. We can do. I think I have enough basswood to do the landing gear. And I don't want to take that out of there. Had a heck of a time getting it in there. At least not till I get a got a little filler that needs to go in here. So we use some medium CA. Medium CA. Didn't get it. I filled it. Trying to get a little of the balsa dust to go in that crack. You know what? I think we'll superfill tonight instead of cut them landing gear blocks over at John. We will superfill tonight. I've already ruined that piece of paper. You want to sand it until you can't feel it, till it's a nice transition. So, by looking at this, needs a little over there, and now I'll sand it up square later. We'll sand her up square later. All right, so that finished that off. Can use a little superfill on it. We'll do that right now. If you guys aren't using superfill, what is this material here? You guys are missing out. This is real light, easy to sand stuff. Easy to sand. So I need to get me some working room here. I need a container. I don't have any paper towel. Just one. Now with superfill, you don't want to mix the sticks that you dip it out with. Don't use the same stick for one part and then put it back in the thing, because it will screw it up. So there's part A. And part B. If you remember me talking about, see the resin that's in there? It smells like ammonia. If you leave it sitting one way, it'll all drain to one side. I had them turned upside down for the last week. I'll just use popsicle sticks, I guess. Kind of want to mix it up, knead it around. It's got a real ammonia smell to it. Kind of like cat pee. It'll get nice and creamy. Now this mixture is 2-to-1, and it's not a science project, so it doesn't have to be exact. So just take a glob of this. Well, that's way too much. We need to find out how light this stuff is. Don't stick this stick in that right there. It'll wipe it out. So I got another container here. Let's weigh it. I've never weighed it before. That's 0.65. You're not going to use that much anyway, though, but not even close to that much. I need to put half of that back. So we're going to mix up. It'll probably be a ½ ounce of stuff, and you probably only use a little bit of that, so it'll be like 1/4 ounce. Yep. It'll be a ½ ounce of material here that we're going to mix. So I just eyeball it. Put that much in it. You want 50% of that as hardener. What am I doing? Losing my mind. Wonder if I got any paper towel under this sink. Not there. Quilt is northern. No, I got bathroom tissue, no paper towel. Ah, I do. Got paper towel hiding. Now you don't have to worry about this stuff air drying because it won't. It's chemical hardened, so it's just like epoxy. And you stir it up and it'll turn kind of green. And that's when you know you got it mixed good enough. Glad I found the paper towels, man. I forgot I didn't have none. Well, I thought I didn't have any. You can get this at Aircraft Spruce, Wicks Aircraft, probably any airport or aircraft supply shop. It's $28 for those 2 parts, quart. And it'll be, it'll do, 1 quart will do 10 airplanes. And it beats epoxylite, microbloons, and all those other fillers we used to use by a mile. So you want to stir this up until it's nice and creamy like that. I need to see if I can find an old credit card in the drawer. So what do we got for weight? Let's see. Rolling. Oh, shoot. That weighs 0.55. How many grams? 17 grams. So it is lightweight filler. You won't even use that much. I'll probably use a quarter of that. But I want to keep track of it. So let's 17 grams. We'll see how many grams I put on. Remember what you're doing now. You don't want to add a whole lot of weight to this thing. So let's do this. Get this out of the way. If you're not counting your calories, counting the grams, you're not building model airplanes, not competitive stunt airplanes anyway. It has to be light. Just and if you slather on the putty and the paint and all that, you're going to end up with a wall banger. And trust me, I've built plenty of them. The weight situation to get out of hand so easy, so fast. It'll drive you nuts. Paper plate. I gotta go to the trash. I'm gonna take the trash out. tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. Okay. See if we can find a credit card or some type of card. Yeah, let's see here. Bill's Hobby Shop. Wyndham. Man, oh man, I got lots of stuff, but when I'm looking for something, Flamingo. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield card. Can't use that. Might need that. Come on. Shoot. Sorry about that, guys. I wasn't prepared. I didn't think I was going to do Superfill tonight. I got involved now. Oh, shoot. I gotta have something to spread it with. Guess I use a piece of plywood. Probably not good, but I had some spatulas, some fun. Ah, here we go. Okay. So now that we're super filling, you want to go over everything. Okay. I had a couple of spots. I got a couple of dimples down here. Right here. I guess I had something in the cradle because it's kind of gnarly. That's that. Don't worry about this because it's inside the fuselage. See? A little spot right there. We're going to see how many grams I put on, and then you got to take into account I'll be sanding it off too. I must have really had something in that cradle. A bunch of dents in it. You know, finishing airplanes this will drive you nuts. Let's see. The size diameter lead outs I'm using are of course, drop that. .038. I bought this from my childhood hero, Jack Sheeks, for $5. And there's 300 foot, and I figure at 3 foot per airplane, I can build 100 airplanes. So this will last me a long time. About 80 airplanes, probably. Okay, let's turn it over and do the top. And we're going to pay special attention to around the tips. I want to make sure the tips have good fill. If you pay, details, like right here, they're probably, I can't feel it, but you know darn well there's going to be a line there. So, smell a little on there. Lead out block. And let's see here. Oh, what I was going to say, no matter how good you think you do this, you're going to miss. But the nice thing about Superfill, you can put it over the top of the silk span. But at least this will get it started here. I'll look at the rudder too, since I got this open. The rudder and elevator stabilizer. Anywhere that you've made if you look right here, there's a transition. This is a wood filler that goes right in there. See the two different colors of wood? Well, that was CA'd on there, so we'll cover over that, and that will make the transition nice. And the nice thing about this stuff, it sounds just as easy. Well, we gotta cover it. This stuff sands so nice. It sands just like balsa wood. It'll make the transition perfect. Now, where the cap strips meet, if you have any gaps or whatever, might as well go ahead and do them. But make sure you get them on super thin because you don't want to dig in anywhere. Up here, this seam right here, this top seam always gives a problem on stunt airplanes. My eyes will go right to that. No matter how good you sand it, it always has a little bump there. So we're going to fill that before we cover it, and I'll probably end up filling it after we cover it because you know darn well there's going to be a lump there. You want to keep this stuff pretty thin because this is bare wood. There's no dope on it, so it's not hard. The superfill is a little bit harder than the balsa, but it does sand like balsa, so I'm not too concerned as long as I keep it, you know, paper thin. I'm just filling in slight imperfections. There must be something in this cradle because now I got knots on the leading edge of this. Right there, piece of glue. Right there, piece of glue. God darn it. It's in the same spot of the wing, top on one side and bottom on the other. No big deal. Now for those little imperfection bumps like I'm not going to mess with it. You can get a rag, you know, a paper towel, and soak it with Windex or water or whatever, and then hit it with, you know, hold the paper towel over it. And hit it with a heat gun and they'll come out. But we'll just fill them. Okay, got that. How aggravating. Paper towel. Like putting nothing on it. We're going to see how much weight that I put on. I bet it's not even a gram. Started off at 17. We'll keep adding this until all the spaces are filled. Oh, I forgot. I got to do this too. The only The only problem is this back crack really needs to be done after it's soak span. But we'll put some in there now. This transition in the back right here is always tough because it changes angles in about 3 different directions. Yep. Got a gloober. Remember, this airplane's just an hour a day too on this one. I mean, that's what I get aggravated when I don't have any time. Well, neither do I, but hour a day, come on, man. Just think what you can do in 24. Or 40. When I finally do retire and get back to work on airplanes, I can just about build one in a week, 40 hours. Frame the whole thing up. You can't finish them that fast, but you can put them together that quick. Finishing is a little more finicky. You got dry time for the dope and all that. Okay. And you can go around and chase all this stuff. I mean, you can get every little dent, and the minute you think you got it done, you'll put a dent in it. So I wouldn't worry. We got to sand that. I don't want to add any filler to that. We'll sand it down. Okay, let's put a little filler on that tip, and then we're going to turn it over and do the bottoms of them. And we need to see how much filler I added. This spot right here is always tough, the transition. And this spot here will take a couple of times. We'll put it on here, sand it smooth, cover it, and it'll still look bad. And I'll have to fill it again. It's the nature of the beast. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it because I'll have to do it again anyway. Flying Hobbit. What do you fly, Flying Hobbit? You guys need to like, subscribe, share, super chat, super sticker. need to get the t-shirts done. Like Gary sent me the JPEGs, but only so much time in a day, folks. Turn it over to the other side. We get a little filler in it. When I get done here, I'll have to check out Flying Hobbit's channel and see what he flies. Hopefully RC. I'm hoping that the RC guys will start coming over here. Don't worry, folks. I'm not going to give up building control line stunt planes for RC, but I want to get the metrics up on the channel. You got so many good guys. Peter Spicoli, he goes to Radical RC and buys all his stuff, so he's a local guy here. The guy who builds airplanes that he can fly in, models that he can fly in. I've never met him, but I know he's a local guy. So we started with 17. Yeah, gonna take a couple on that one. What's up, John? RC electric and gas and some Heelys. Great. Well, I'm going to be building an RC airplane here on this channel to show the RC guys how to do this. As soon as this one's done, I'm going to build an RC airplane from scratch. I got lots of RC wood. Probably going to give it away to one of my paid subscribers, but it's going to be local pickup only. The flap hinge. No, I didn't. Not going to. Not on this run. It's starting to stiffen up. But we'll get the rudder here. So if you're one of my paid subscribers, when I start building this RC airplane, we'll give it to one of you guys. No radio. It'll just be the airplane and the engine. I think I'm going to use a Sato 80. I got probably build some type of warbird. Okay, that's all the superfill I'm going to do for tonight. Boring you guys to death. 17 people watching, 8 thumbs up. So I've wiped quite a bit of this stuff off on paper towels, but let's get a guess. I would say 50% of what I've taken out of there, I've wiped on a paper towel. Hopefully I've only added a gram. It'd be nice. Where'd you go? There it is. So I put that on there to zero the scale. Started at 17, 0 now. 3 grams missing, so I've added 1.5 grams. Now all this superfill that I put on here is 1.5 grams. Remember, these spots here, killers. That's inside the wing, but inside the fuselage, but we'll put it on there anyway. Well. Yeah, it's gonna have to get sanded in. Sando the bando. So I might build a P-47 scratch-built RC airplane with a Sato 80 in it. I got a brand new Sato 80. I got a radio too, but I don't want to invest in the servos, and I'm not going to get involved in RC. I'll build a thing for the channel, but I'm not going to get involved in flying. So the radio I got is for my control line scale airplane. I've only flown that a few times, but it did win first place at Brodax and third place at the Nats at my first try on scale. So I was happy. Should have been first place, but my cowl flew off. Got DQ'd one flight. Never use magnets to hold anything on. I got to look at our outer zone and see what they got. What kind of plans they got. I really don't need plans. I really don't need plans, but for an RC airplane, seeing as it's outside my realm of expertise, it would be nice to know at least some numbers, you know. Somebody has built it before. What's the nose moment? What's the tail moment? What's the dihedral? Something, you know, I don't want to invest a lot of time. I got all the wood I need, and I got the motor, and so all we're going to have invested in it is time, and you know, some dope, some tissue. Because I got a box of RC wood, absolutely perfect. It's a 7-pound wood, and that would be contest wood to an RC guy, but it's too heavy for my liking. So it's RC wood. Yeah, got a little spot right there I need to get out. Let's go around and look at the cap strips. Yeah. All this attention to detail really shows up in the finish. At least it'll look like I tried to make the joints tight. Okay, nope, yep, there's one. Well, I got it. That's all of them for now. Then it'll get covered, sanded, and I'll look for any of the spots again, and then go around and hit it with superfill. And then as it gets closer to top coat, we might use but you don't want to use much of it. Is that 3M putty that I showed you, the lacquer putty, and it's really good stuff. It doesn't shrink, sticks really well. Acro Green spot putty is the name of it. Don't use red lead. We got 6 minutes. So in an hour's time, I've superfilled my whole wing. I sanded out the wingtip weight box, and I beveled. And I'd be done by now if I didn't lose the screen. So tomorrow, let's see, tomorrow is Thursday. I'll go ahead and shape that flap and set those hinges and get it ready for a horn bent. And then come Sunday when I go over John's, if he's home or whatever, we can bend the horn, and that'll be done. And I'll get some dope on this weekend. Get it to start hardening up. if you guys learn one thing from me, just one thing, the paint diet. What happened to my mouse? Huh, well, there it is. The most important thing I can teach you is the paint diet. You get 1 quart of dope. That's for everything. 1 quart of clear. That's 50% for the base and 50% for the top. You might skimp a little bit on the clear. You might get it like a quart and a smidge more, a quart and a quarter, but don't go much more than that. And only 1/2 pint of color. That's it. And it really helps to start bringing the color up from the very beginning. So when I start painting this, my base coats will be tinted clear, tinted white, or whatever color I decide I'm going to paint it. I was thinking about doing it that green that I got from Bob Brookins, real light green with darker green stripes and some different color. I don't know. I think that's a pearl green, but you got to start bringing it up right from the wood because it takes less paint. It only took my Tucker. This airplane right here has 1 quart of clear on it, and that's all. 1 quart. Oh man, I got a little scuff. Oh, there we go. Came off. 1 quart of clear is all that's on this. 50% on a pint on the bottom, on the bare wood, and 50% on the top, and that's it. About ready to bone this out and polish it up. I found my finesse it, so it should shine twice as good as this when I do that, and it's pretty shiny now. 6-ounce finish is what we got here. That's it. Everybody says, yeah, you're lying. Okay, whatever. It's not 20 pointer, but it's a good 19. And that comes from sanding. Boy, it's got dirt on this thing sitting on the floor. Buenas noches, Emilio. ¿Cómo está? But if you follow my tips, you too can build an airplane this nice. It's not that hard. It doesn't take any special skills. It just takes determination. You have to say, I want an airplane that's finished just as nice as the top guys. And you got to sit down and sand until when you don't know something, ask. You say, well, why can't I get it to look like that? Well, if it's not easy, you're not doing it right. If it's hard to do, you're not doing it right. Well, that's about all I got for this evening. We super filled, sanded the box out, and I'm all done. And I gave you a little rundown on the Tucker, and I tried to explain to you. Remember, one thing you can learn is 1 quart of paint, and that's it. 1 quart. It sounds like you can't do it, but trust me, you can. It just takes a lot of sanding. You have to be willing to sand. And I mean sand, and then when you think you're done sanding, sand some more, maybe 3-4 more times. And And the real sanding doesn't start until now. That airplane is ready to be set here and then sanded with the 5000, which is down here somewhere. I got it here somewhere. It needs to be sanded with 5000 until it's called boning it out, until it turns milky white. You'll go, man, I've ruined my airplane. No, you haven't. Then you take the finesse it. This stuff here, $28 a pint. It seems like everything's $28. $28 a pint. And this is petroleum products. You can smell it. And then I got my Snap-on buffer, polisher, foam pad and polisher. You can rub them by hand, but it's pretty hard. Which one's that, Flying Hobbit? Which one are you talking about? Have you seen this one hanging on the wall up here? Oh, wait a minute. We got to switch views. Hopefully I don't hit the back button. Oh, wrong one. That one there is real gold leaf. That airplane weighs 58 ounces. I got the wheels off of it now. I'm stealing the wheels for this airplane I'm doing. That's all dope, tissue and dope, 58 ounces. And that one hanging on the wall over there is 58 ounces. It doesn't look very good anymore. It's kind of a rag. Flies good. It flies real good. It's got some finish issues. It needs to be stripped and refinished. But I can't bring myself to do it. Flies so damn good now as it is. I don't want to monkey with it. And of course, my classic Tucker got it's got machine polished dots all over it. This is 40 ounces. I'm going to be taking a few of these models back to St. Louis with me this month. And then, of course, the one on the wall that I flew that 2 years ago at the Nats. That's a PA-75. It's 62 ounces. Oh, the big one, the big Tucker. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll be working on this. I'm going to head home in a week, and you can see some of my other airplanes that are in my shop in St. Louis. I got my Continental Air, my Viper 6 or 7. I got S6B Supermarine. I got another Junar, and I got my Shoestring. I don't know. I got a bunch of airplanes there. About airplaned out. I think when I get ready to retire, oh, the Dr. Pepper airplane. Yeah, it's nice. It's This is the last one that I did. There's a whole bunch of videos on it. The last one I did. I wonder what it weighs now. Let's weigh it. It's been sitting for a while, been drying out. Let's see how much a puppy weighs. I got no place to set the damn thing. This is a one-room closet is where I'm working. I mean, it's so tiny here, it's ridiculous. I had to buy renter's insurance. They made me buy renter's insurance, which I didn't really want to do, but she knows what I got here. The lady who runs this place is, I don't know. At least she ain't said too much to me for making a mess in here. I try to keep it clean. Okay, all up, this airplane weighs. Any guesses, anybody? It didn't lose no weight. I thought maybe it would. 60.5 ounces. Still about 10 ounces lighter than anybody else's airplane out there. But I'd have rather it been in the 50s. I could change out the muffler depending how it flies. If it flies nose heavy, we'll change out the muffler and that'll drop an ounce and we'll be down to 59. Oh, there it is. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll be on tomorrow night. Same time, same channel. Till I see you tomorrow night. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.